Airplanes are big business. There'll be at least 30,000 new planes in the air over the coming 20 years. That represents $3.6 trillion and hundreds of thousands of high-paying jobs. Governments like to help domestic manufacturers by offering foreign buyers cheap financing, also known as export credits. All the countries that export airplanes follow financing rules developed at the OECD.
Well, the OECD has historically been the forum in which governments have negotiated export credit rules for all their programs. The OECD predates the creation of the WTO by a considerable period of time. In fact, the rules have been being worked on in the OECD over its 50-year history.
A recently renegotiated set of rules went into effect in February 2011. Experts say the new agreement will impact global airplane sales for years to come. In 2006, Boeing and Airbus sold 822 aircraft. 17.5% of these sales were supported by government financing. Canada's Bombardier and Brazil's Embraer joined the aircraft sector understanding in 2007. This led to an expansion in the number of planes covered, as well as a gradual increase in the use of export credits, which reached 29% of all sales in 2009. Governments decided to update the agreement in 2010.
The original agreement was essentially two separate agreements under one OECD umbrella. One set of rules governed the large aircraft producers, Boeing and Airbus, and a second set of rules governed the regional aircraft producers, Bombardier and Embraer. Two fundamental changes in the market occurred since 2007. One was the introduction of a brand new Canadian aircraft, the C-Series, which bridged the gap between the two categories. The second is a fundamental change to financial markets, and that meant that the rules had to change to reflect new market realities.
The new agreement includes substantial changes to the use of export credits in the aviation sector. It unifies terms and conditions for large and regional aircraft, creates a maximum 12-year loan period, standardizes the risk rating system, and unifies underwriting standards. The next step? Convincing other countries to join.
We have two major governments outside this agreement. One is a current aircraft producer, Russia, and one will shortly be an aircraft producer, China. It is important that both of these governments join us in implementing this agreement to avoid the market distortions and to ensure that financing does not disrupt competition in the aircraft market.